Your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. I want you to keep your mindset on the higher vibrational mindset so you can keep living your life and going on this beautiful journey you got. I can't live here without you. We need all of you. You're all here. You have all a special reason, a special purpose, and nobody can do it just like you. Hello everyone, this is Cynthia Tillett, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story, and I've had nothing but complications right here getting myself started, so we're going to see. Ooh, that was the wrong way here. Alright, we'll try it again. I'm telling you. This is Cynthia Tillett, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. We are in episode 2050, digging deep, uncovering the root cause of your suffering. That's what we're going to talk about today. But the reason why I come live is I do believe we have all been misled and misguided by our emotional self, right? And that our go-to emotion is out of fear, doubt, insecurity, not whole enough, not good enough, that we're feeling like we got to prove ourselves out there to the world or someone else. And that actually is lowering our vibration, and we really need to flip our script around, to flip our story around to a higher vibration for our go-to emotion, which would be love and above, laughter, play, joy, happiness, peace and harmony, passion, desire. Come on, baby, let's get this show rolling, and let's get your guys' life a-going. I'm telling you, nothing about like having, last moment things happen right before the show starts, you guys. So I want to say hello to everyone. Thank you for coming to the first part of the show here. Raquel, Dolphin, Summon, Pop Queen, Kathleen, Diane, and Divine Timing. Happy to see you guys all here. We are going to be talking about digging deep. We're going to be digging deep to get to that root cause, to the suffering that goes on. When we get emotional about something, it's not something, it's normally we're reacting or responding because of something that's been unhealed, unresolved in the past. And it could go way back into your early childhood. So it's really important for us to, dig deep so we can do that shadow work and figure out what story do we really need to rewrite, re-script. So I want to welcome you guys here to Your Hidden Love Story. Yep, we are going to talk about how the emotional pain gets stuck, where it begins, and how to reframe that story so it actually changes the vibration within your body. These emotions that are stuck that make us react in a negative way is what causes, to me, it's what causes all illnesses and disease and discomfort. And if we could really truly flip that story around to a higher vibration, one that is from love and above, then it will, your body will start to heal itself because it's getting a new vibration. That's my opinion. So, first we need to figure out where, when the emotion comes up, what happens when the emotion comes up, it's normally locked in your body somewhere, meaning you should be able to feel that emotion somewhere within your body. But the only way you really connect the two is if you make yourself aware. I'm aware that I'm having an emotional outburst at this moment. I'm going to bring my energy back home to my thoughts, into my body so I can see or so I can feel where is this emotion affecting my body. Because it's important for us to learn how to unprocess those emotions, often manifested as a physical tension or pain, like in the chest or in the gut or a migraine, any of those things. That's what you call an unprocessed emotion that we manifest as physical pain due to the body's stress to the response. When emotions are suppressed, the nervous systems stay active, and the brain may interpret the signals as physical danger, leading to muscle tension, pain, and other elements. Over time, this can reinforce pain pathway, creating a cycle where emotional distress triggers physical pain, and physical pain causes more emotional distress. So it's a vicious cycle, and so we need to stop the cycle so we stop running around in circles. So when you have an emotion that comes up, I would really like you guys to try to be, oh yeah, what did Miss Gypsy say? The first thing she wants me to do is bring my energy back in and to start scanning my body to identify where that emotion feels stuck or feels heavy. We want to see where each emotion is living in your body. And then we want to know when does it show up, because it's normally a certain time, there's some certain trigger, there's something that's making that emotion to surface in the first place. rewinding the story to the first time. This is what I want you guys to do, to rewind the story to the very first time you felt this pain. Like, we may be going through it right now, but I want you guys to go back in time, as far as you can go in time, to when you had been responding or reacting in this way, and where that pain has been in your body. Sometimes the pain does shift from one location to another too, but just so you're aware of that. So it's important for us to mentally revisit the first time that you remember feeling this emotion in that specific part of your body. Become aware of the sensations associated to the emotion. Remember a time when you first experienced that feeling, the very first time that you remember. It doesn't, I mean, if you only remember, say you remember it back when you were 5 years old and it happened when you were 2 or 3, that's okay. Just go back as far as you can remember. Remembering where that time is. And then we're going to explore the meaning and the potential lessons from that experience. So the first thing we need to do again is really be aware to the body's body awareness and sensation. So pay attention to the present moment, identifying the sensation, and notice the nuisance that's going on. Then re-experience the initial memory, recalling that specific time, visualizing a scene, recalling that body's sensation. Exploring the meaning and the lessons, like identifying the trigger. What was it that triggered you? What was the emotional impact? And try to identify any lesson that might come with that emotion, that trigger that happened. Because next thing we need to do is make sure we do that self-care to integrate the past into the present moment. We need to validate that emotion and give it some practice, and we need to practice some mindfulness. And sometimes you need to get support, whether it's family or friends or some kind of therapist or coach. When you revisit a memory, one that, say, maybe you have something that makes you angry and you just don't know why, but you have this constant pattern of getting angry. Let's see what actually triggered the anger. To go right back to really right before the explosion happened. What was it that triggered it? Was it a word? Was it a smell? Was it a misunderstanding? Was it a person? Was it a place? Was it a thing? It's not to relive that trauma, but it is to witness it within love and awareness. So when you're actually noticing when that emotion comes up, I do want you to try to figure out how old you were when you first felt that emotion. Then I want you to figure out what was happening during that time. And what did you believe about yourself in that moment? Years ago, what did you believe about yourself at that moment? This is really important to figure out the memory that's associated to the emotion that's associated to the pain. Yeah, normally it is with family. Well, that's because we spend our first, most of us, a lot of us spend our first 18 years with our parents, so we learn a lot of bad habits from them. So to identify the culprit, we need to see how long that belief or that emotion has been hanging around in your system. That's how you know when the emotion comes up and you can re-identify it, that this always happens when this happens. Every time this happens, I explode. Every time this happens, this emotion comes up. Every time this happens, this pain surfaces in my body. It's really important to identify what the culprit is, so we can see how long we've held on to that belief or that emotional wound that hasn't been serving you for your highest good, but yet it has been hanging around and it has been affecting you. It's been robbing your life. And once you figure out, when that time frame is, then it's important for you to get the pen and paper out, and do some journaling. Do some reflection on the pattern that has created your life. And what we're going to do is we're going to change some of the wording around, like flip the emotional story around to better, like I'm always saying. It's about, instead of the version of you saying that, you can say, I was doing the best job that I knew how to do back then, but now I'm ready to choose a higher story. I'm ready to choose a story that feeds me peace, that feeds me love. I'm ready to find a story that brings comfort to my inner self. Rewriting the story for your highest good. I'm going to pause there. I'm going to come right back to that. But right now, I wrote a book called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. And I have it over there on Amazon as an e-copy and a hard copy. Go ahead and go on over there and check it out. I'm going to throw on my commercial and I'll be right back. So stick around. And it's commercial break time. And what's she going to talk about on her commercial? Now, what's she going to talk about? She's going to talk about, did you know that Cynthia Toet, she's an author. She wrote a book this year called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. Yes, that's the book that she wrote, and it is on Amazon. It is an ebook and a hard copy, whichever you prefer. Go over there right now and grab your copy right now to see what it's going to take to flip your emotional story around to better. Okay, back to the show now. All right, and I'm back. Ooh, and I love that you guys are all chit-chatting in the chat about that. That's exactly what I want you guys to do. So that's so perfect. So rewriting the story from your higher self is, using some form of visualization or some dialogue with your younger self, the one with love, truth, and understanding. making it speak louder than the pain. Like for a visualization, we could say, let's just do a little visualization right now, okay? We're going to imagine you're sitting in a softly lit, peaceful garden where the air is filled with gentle senses of flowers and a small stream that's googling nearby. You see a younger version of yourself sitting there under the large, shady tree, looking or maybe even feeling a little sad. This younger you is a younger version of yourself at a time when you experience this emotional pain. We want to take some time to reflect on what you saw when you felt that back at that time. What resonated the most to you when you were the child? What did your younger self need to hear the most at that time? Consider incorporating elements of this visualization into the daily life as a way to connect with your with and nurture your inner child. You may want to journal about your experiences to find other creative outlets to express yourself. And you might also want to consider revisiting the visualization regarding regular as needed. And I think I have I have this chart. I don't know if I got this printable chart that I'm going to put into the description box. Give me a little bit of time before I get it there where you guys can print out this, but it's going to be, it's going to have, it's a printable version of the things that you can ask yourself, like, what would my higher self want to say at this moment? How does it feel to replace fear with compassion? You remember, you guys, as we're going through this self-love journey, the more that you love yourself and you come tapped in and tuned in with your higher self, you will find how sweet life really is. And don't ever feel like you're behind or why has it taken you so long. It's not that at all. For divine is always on your side. What's important in this present moment is to live from your heart's desire. And to continue on always believing in your dreams, because that's the only way your dreams come true, is you keep believing in you and you keep moving forward with your dreams, taking those baby steps, one baby step at a time. And as you do that, you will find that you will start to admire yourself and you will start to adore yourself, and all those others around you will adore you too. The link of your chart, your website for the download. No, I'm going to actually put it I'm going to put it in the description here. I just created it today. I just got to get it so it's downloadable. That's what I had to figure out. I had to figure out how to get it so the downloadable link is, you guys can pull it up. Okay? I've done this before, so it just ran out of time today. The card I drew for tonight's show is Princess Savior. Ooh. Oh, it says something on it. Let me see if I can see. My lighting is, I have limited lighting tonight, so this princess saves herself, and that's what you guys have to do. Each of you have to save yourself. All I can do is give you tips and clues and tricks, but you guys got to do the work. So thank goodness I don't got to do that. The Princess Savior. Look, I do have limited lighting, so I'm going to use my flashlight to read. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Well, if not, that's not my problem. Even if you feel uncertain about facing a challenge, believe in yourself. You are strong enough to conquer this. There will be help if you need it. but you already have the inner resources required to overcome any obstacle and obtain the most blessed outcome. If you are in the process of letting go of someone or something, perhaps an old habit or an old way or an old belief system that we were just talking about that's causing that pain, an old life, an old relationship, or a situation in which you have felt trapped, don't allow insecurity or uncertainty to stop you. You've got this, and you are doing the right thing in moving on. The spiritual guidance. Hold on, Jim. Oops. The spiritual guidance here. It says, when you realize that you are strong enough to save yourself, which you are, you never have to be afraid again. You don't ever have to be afraid again. That's the truth. As well as the inner strength, you have inner wisdom deep within inside you. You just know when something or someone is or is not worthy of your time, worthy of your energy, or worthy of your attention. The most precious treasure that you will ever have is the divine gift of yourself. There is nothing that is more valuable, and no one that is there is nothing that is more valuable and no one that is worth losing yourself over. You don't need permission from anyone other than yourself to decide to walk away from anything that's not serving you to your highest good, especially with that emotional self, or walking away from anything that isn't right for you, or to stand your ground and honor your values, and to say no and refuse to give in to social pressure. You can be open to help and be grateful for assistance, but you also know that whenever you need it, you have the power to learn, to act, to figure it out, and to find the love within you that will empower you for the rest of your life, and you deserve it. Each and every one of you deserve it. So the little homework at the end tells you to stand comfortably with your feet hip width apart. I know, now you guys all got to stand up and get those feet hip width apart. All because we got this little assignment here at the end, right? I don't know how many are going to do it, but we're going to do it. We're going to talk about it. Okay, feel the connection of your feet to the earth. Feel how grounded it is. Feel it like your feet are rooted to the ground. Let yourself feel pleasantly heavy and grounded. When you are ready, say, I am a Prince Savior, and I know how to rescue myself. I love myself. I am worthy of respect. I choose happiness for myself. I am willing to follow my inner voice. When I don't know what to do, I know that the answer will come at the right time and in the right way. I trust in life, and I know deep within that I am going to be okay and everything is working out perfectly. All right, that's what I have for tonight's show. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live show and communicating, chit-chatting back and forth about the topic at hand. I love that so very much. All the engagement going on, that was so beautiful. Thanks for coming in and watching Your Hidden Love Story, episode 2050, Digging Deep, uncovering the root cause of your own personal suffering. All right, you guys, now those that are here for the second part of the show, I'll be here in about 30 minutes or less. So, and I've got it all set up. I just got to go hit it live. I forgot to do that before the show because I had a lot of other things going on to be able to run this show. We had some hiccups, but the hiccups worked out perfectly, and I still got here on time enough for me. All right. I love you guys so very much, and until next time, bye-bye, butterflies.